great Bruce Lee once said, to know your enemy, you must become your enemy. So in my meetings, we always start out with something as far as personal development. So I like to talk about this part as far as defensive recognition, because as an offensive lineman, in order for us to be successful with identifying defense as far as our calls, communicating, to play confident and fluid, we have to be able to understand defenses. So that's why I always make it a key point when I'm doing presentations and when I'm introducing things to my offensive line for those guys to understand defense. Okay. So the first defense, of course, is your regular even front. This is just a video of a 4-2-5 front. And the way that I explain the defense to these guys, front four, your field defensive end is your end, field tackle is your nose, boundary tackling in or a tackle and a buck, okay? Your star is kind of like your nickel Sam. He plays that overhang to the field. Your Mike is your middle backer, and your Will is your weak side backer. So as far as the third shell of the defense, the strong safety and the star always travel. The Will and the free safety always travel. So the way that I teach it to my guys to make it easy is field and boundary, so that they're able to identify defenses again fast. And it's important, especially for my tackles, that they understand safety play, that they know if this strong safety is stacked behind a star, I know that some type of pressure may be coming. If he's plussed out way out over number two, then I know the odds of a pressure are slim. Also, body language of second level defenders. So it's important that these guys know the responsibilities of these defenders. Okay. This is an odd front, or just a picture of an odd front. The only big difference is the center and both tackles are covered. All right. And then they have this kind of an overhang to the boundary. I call a buck. All right. So this guy, usually if it's a 4-3 personnel, this guy just kind of backs up or backs out of the box a little bit. If they bring in their dime package, this may be a linebacker. So that kind of determines how we set our protection based on the defense. All right. Then you still have your star, Mike Will. But again, the only thing that makes this odd is the center and both tackles are covered. So again, letting these guys understand, because my rules in the run and pass game are different based on even and odd. I don't want to treat this like even just because it looks like it's 4 down, because that's not the case. Okay. And then finally, this is just a bare defense. It doesn't matter what's really going on as far as identify this defense outside of these front three. If the center and both guards are covered, it's a bare defense. All right. Now, there are several different variations of a bare defense, but this is a bare defense. So when I'm making my calls as far as pass protection, I know that this is a bare defense. I can't treat this like even, and I can't treat this like odd, because all those rules are different as far as identifying a defense and executing a pass protection scheme. So that's why I just always like to introduce with defenses, so that we can kind of break it down that way.